Welcome back to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. We are about to get started with your reading. Let me get my plug in. Hold on. Coffee is cute. In other words, weed effect. God is a killer. Now the buds on the stems are like trees in an orchard. Anybody in the room who don't smoke weed is getting tortured by the smoke. Niggas choke, niggas coughing, they fart. Need to quit it, but they still trying to hit it too hard. It's the love to frosted leaves. Okay, hold on, let me. There we go. Y'all here? We in there? Let's go. I got some down to earth vibes. Okay, I got us some down to earth vibes right quick. Let's get into it. All right, it's a situation. Okay, in the environment, it could be coming toward you, messages in passing or whatnot. You don't expect it. Out of the blue, there's a bit of persuasion, and it may be a conflict of interest for you. Okay, there's something hidden. And some of y'all, I ain't got to tell twice, because we do have some rather wise sages out here that probably aren't dating. Don't look twice at, Casanova right here. And usually people would tell you to lighten up, chill, right? Like, here it is, lighten up, chill, be forgiving, open your heart. Stop being mean, right? But the thing that you don't know, we gonna talk about. All right, so that's why I said a lot of you, safe. Some others of you, this could be a very charming, persuasive situation. Could be a person. I don't know how it come across. You could be looking for a new car. It could be anybody. Just want you to take over a shift for them. Something simple. It ain't got to be detrimental, but there is a major here. So I feel that the coming towards you, the emphasis on the swiftness, someone that may have a focus, right? We've been talking about research and checking you out and whatnot, but there's some opposing forces, some things that may not be known to you, the possible conflict of interest, and like I said, the persuasive energy wasn't my favorite, right? This could have something to do with what you get out of it and what they get out of it. I don't feel that it's generous, and that could also be why in a challenging position, it's, I don't want to say not wise, but it's not fair. Something may not be fair. I don't know how much integrity is in the situation, so be mindful of that. By way of communication or cutting like through cords and cycles, what is it that you've already, see what I'm saying? You got the Four of Swords over here, Ace of Swords up here, and we have the Five of Swords in this situation. How we come across, some of us being very distant, and maybe you don't know, like, when is the time to open up again? When is it time to not be so protective? We're going to see. Okay. Now, for some, it's subconscious energy that is, I feel, important. Like how you would question yourself, or if you trust yourself when the situation comes about. And while my Mother of Swords is looking at me, the Queen of Cups is looking at the sword. So it's like I'm looking at what you have, right? Or I'm looking at what I'm getting. And when we saw her Four of Swords. That was the conflict of interest in that Five of Swords. So take people out of the situation. If you energetically just struggle with getting out of the bed, like mentally, not feeling that you are in control, like having thoughts or a lack of energy, or like, because it could be energetic, right? It doesn't have to be a physical thing. So I'm just saying, just be mindful of that and try your best to keep your focus, to have balance. If it's something like energetic like that, because it just said came through like that, especially with the meditation and the things that we're not letting go of, and then the inability to snap out of it is because it's like I'm not really in control with the conflicts, the things that I can't really figure out. Because I had a person, right? I'm not discussing my clients. This was just a casual conversation on Facebook, where a lady is learning tarot, and I'm in a group or whatnot, and she had some cards, and when I gave my interpretation, because that's what we were doing in the comments, giving interpretation, I said something about a dark energy and a light energy in her space at once, and what she fed into being a conflict to the lighter energy that was there. So she responded, and I said more, but for, to not be long-winded as usual. She said, you know what? I do have trouble with who I am, trying to figure out who I am when it comes to spirituality, and like not even knowing what's right and wrong. So I immediately knew she was probably from a religious background, trying to get into tarot and trying to see what's taboo, what's not. So that's how that Five of Swords energy could be at times, especially when the solution is letting go, meditating, and things of that nature. I just want to put that out there. Okay. In the physical world, back to Casanova and it not being a balanced situation. You may have had a past with this person, may have not, but the sword is there. Like I'm not even going to go through all of that, and we'll pull some more cards for extra messages or more details. But don't be cruel. Forgive, right? Receive, be compassionate, sympathetic, and all that kind of stuff. But probably avoid putting yourself in a position where you're fighting with yourself subconsciously and consciously, where you feel like you know something, but I'm going to try to see, right? Type deal. But strong messages to meditate. Okay, meditation is here. And letting go of something that's being held onto that really isn't fair. So if you're having a situation that isn't fair in the near future or even in the past, there's that. Now, when I saw this, I felt that the spiritual energy was there, right? And you say, well, why you say that? This, and because, as a modern tarot person that don't try to bore y'all with the traditions, the spirit of the earth, in the esoteric teachings, would be the spirit of the earth. And this is a spirit of the underworld. Not gonna hold you. And this could represent a battle. I mean, because what other ace would represent that? And I'm something divine or something outside of us. You see that? So just be mindful of the people that have energies, and then be mindful of the help and the favorable energy that you have in your environment. Okay? That's kind of good. Look at that. I appreciate tarot, because that's way out of my league to even have thought of that. The Empress, Three of Cups. It's a female for some of y'all. This female been gossiping, honey, and just been on some crap on many channels, right? Because I'm a fan. Like, I have some people that I fuck with or whatever. And it's that. Okay? We also could have, okay, not right now. Cool. You know what? This is something. Because I was going to get into money, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Child, You had the Seven of Swords and the Chariot, and now you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So be mindful of that, where this is defensive and this is a reflection of something. So any of us, this reflection, take time to look at that and see that. Also, when I was thinking about money or some sort of advancement, and hard work comes through Capricorn too. I ain't saying, oh yeah, sell your soul, baby, get that cash. I ain't saying that. Hard work, creativity, fertility with seeds, and then you kind of like just winning this battle, right? When they throwing those shears at you or whatever's coming across, everybody who already got theirs, or what's the social norm, you know what I mean? We did talk about things happening after the eclipses, which were last week. Just be mindful of those situations, because this, the seeds, the fertilizer, the work, because that's Capricorn. But then when I put the Seven of Wands out, it's like an initiant of some sort, where you do have some there's a little bit of elitism there, and I just wanted to say that in all honesty, because of it was the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Cups and some of the other cards that came out, which is why it's a conflict of interest to get involved in like frivolous matters, because some people ain't themselves, and you might not even be yourself fully, but in your right mind you are guided by the spirit of the earth, trying to get you some things, because it's a lot of spirits, it's a lot of ascended masters, it's a lot of archangels. But when you get an energy or God itself, whatever you believe in, on this plane that's helping you with 3D matters, that's dope. I mean, that's not just, I'm going to change your energy, I'm going to hold you at night when you sleep, I'm going to help your brain better, because that's what, the star seeds and the Pleiadians and the Andromedans, they help, I feel, with energy, perspective, spiritual awakenings and stuff, which could come through Seven of Wands. And the Empress, thank you. The Seven Sisters, look into that. I don't even have a lot of my oracle cards that I had. Child, it was a lot with this tarot in the last 2 years. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, the Empress and the sisters, the Seven Sisters, look into that. For some of y'all, look into that. Because of the fertility and what they do, they're very protective of theirs, honey. I'm not even gonna hold you. Okay, I was counting those stars. Look into that. I don't want to bore nobody. So yeah, that's what we got there. Grounding ourselves, okay. Some sort of aid, all right, a change of some sort in your energy and energy of people around you. And I feel like it's something big is coming for you, because all the readings that I have been doing is giving me lower level energies are amplifying their drama. It's amplifying their darkness. It's amplifying how low level they are. But at the same time, the reading is never without a money boost, notoriety, projects, creative ideas paying off. Like, I'm getting both in all the readings. The dark, what was it? The destructive energy. The High Priestess came up with that Tower card. Cool. But then Capricorn came with the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Like, yeah, right? Walk away from things that no longer serve you before I get long-winded. All right, so with the Spirit of the Earth. Oh, yeah, see? Yeah, there we are. We also have the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress. Abundance. For some of you guys, marriage, for sure. Okay, whether you're married and there's some confrontation, because Mars is, going to rev up. Mars is in Pisces, predominantly all through April. And it's helping in certain areas, but I can see in other areas where it may not. And with the wands and frustration and the devil energy, demonic energy, and all that, It's like, it reminds me of back in the old days when they were saying we were splitting off, right? When the whole second earth thing came up and it was like this other dimension, this portal of opportunity. And everybody was kind of wondering, like, how do you tap into it? Like, what do you do? Is it another place? Like, you're going to die and end up on, it's another earth. But it's your perspective. It's like the people who think or do one way get one thing. And then the people who think and do the other way get the lower level, reality or whatever. So look into it. So because I ain't confusing nobody, but it's just like what I just said about the dual worlds, the different levels, the perspectives, and what you get in those worlds. Like, you could be minding your business, you don't bother nobody. But if you carry a certain mindset, a certain frequency, and a certain perspective, you would be in the underworld with people who may have done more egregious things than you. But it's just, you don't have content or appreciative or, happy demeanor. You know what I mean? So that's why the Queen of Swords was there in the middle with the give and take. And then the Queen of Cups was over here in the outcome or possible advice with the Four of Pentacles and Four of Swords. Like, if you're going to take that approach, I ain't saying life going to be hard or nothing. That Boosie can't be cussing. I don't want to hear no cussing right now. I listen to Pynx though. Yeah. So it ain't going to be hard, like some King of Wands in reverse hard. But your possessions, you'll need to be more protective of them. And then there's a lot of recovery. So I don't know if there's an actual theft. Some of you be mindful of your dwellings, because we did have the Chariot, transportation, Seven of Swords. There could be some mischief, okay? And we're talking about possession. So for some of you, it could be an actual car. And then with the Knight of Cups, Kojak trying to drive the motherfucker. Be mindful of him. Hopefully, I was just gonna say we ain't doing that. But anyway, let's move on. with the with the Knight of Pentacles and then the King of Pentacles coming out with the World card, it does show some level of completion or graduation. It also could be a collaboration between a few of you. I like doing it this way when I see the cards and then I could just talk. Because when I start pulling them out, I get off track and we be all on one thing for 5 minutes. Now, this collaboration could also be a conflict too. Unexpectedly, there's some instability in it. Ooh. See, that's why you should just shut up until you can see. Oh, hold on. Oh. But it's your choice. Take it or leave it. Oh, let me see. I just want one more. This is hard. Damn. This is Pisces. Okay. Hold on. Let me get this right. All right. Now, y'all saw this. Look at my boy again. With all that, I said, wealthy man. Okay. I just strongly I ain't gonna say I strongly dislike it, but when you're in tune and you do collective readings and you tap into certain specific things because you asked for it and you study to be able to do that, it's so exciting getting all the messages. And some messages I like more than others, but in fairness, I try to get them all out, because the whole dust bucket situation is there. The whole cynical person, which is probably a female, is there, where there are many people that come towards you like that. But it may have something to do with your perspective and how you think in your energy in the first place. I didn't say that in the beginning because I'm being less judgy and don't want to be mean. Like, as Pisces said, oh, the readers are mean. And we be hearing y'all in the chat say that. And we just want y'all to know we love y'all. And I am Pisces too. So y'all can't do me like y'all do everybody else. Like, I'm invited to the barbecue. Okay. So that's true. And that's why the Queen of Cups came out with heal that we holding on to. And then the possessiveness of not allowing friendships or not allowing new in your life could hinder you from moving forward, which is the conflict of interest, right? Because if I don't know what's in front of me, if I don't know how it's going to turn out, I ain't getting involved in it at all. And that's, I can tell you now, that's not how the marriages that are in my environment, um, from my 50 years, from some family members to some of, my buddies my age. They don't work like that. They didn't, them long ones, them real ones, they don't happen like that. They ain't happen like that. So, because marriage came up, marriage is still in the environment. This is hard. So if there are any karmic lovers and soul ties, there's a test coming up. Somebody's going to drop some little seeds here and there to provoke a situation. And I don't know what that situation is. We could check, and whatever that situation is, once I pick all these cards up, we're going to question it right here. Because like where I put my eyes at is where the cards be going. And I think that's so cute. Like one of them shaky things, because I can make them move too looking at them. We all can. It's crazy. All right. So back to this. This came out with this completion of a cycle, movement and mastery, a finish line, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles does, gets to the finish line. That finish line is mastery of some sort, and even having the capacity to teach. I love that. I also know that when I talked about the Seven Sisters and the spiritual wars, and I mentioned ascended masters and archangels, hello, some that may have connections alchemically or biologically to these higher beings, there may be some downloads and mental developments within you, and then you're going to have like this limitless approach to being able to pinpoint things and work things out, and plan and process. So there's a plan and there's a process. Okay. My baby, he's not laughing at y'all. He got on headphones. And somebody asked about the baby in the chat the other day. Well, the baby is now 8, and the other baby that was a baby back then is 15 now, and we are all amazing. So we may go live or something in the near future or around the summer, so y'all can see everybody that done grew up. But child, yes, I like that. Look at it. Can y'all look at the screen and make sure y'all can? Oh, y'all can't just see all of it like that. Okay. So we have family, a collective of some sort. We also have wealth. This unexpected income. It's a lot, and it comes through that Four of Swords that was at the beginning of the reading, where the Four of Swords was like you holding on with that Four of Pentacles like the Emperor would. And I think he over here. See how that worked? And then there's more. So while somebody's scraping the pot, oh, there's more. You might be trying to hang on because you coming into a little bit, but you coming into a lot, and there's more. All right. And there's arrangements. I don't know if it's a living situation. I'm not sure if it's your health and the processor in your mind. Right? Because I told y'all that is what the star seeds and ascended masters and archangels and all that, they're not just characters in no book, baby. If you don't believe in that, I'm okay with that. But if you do subscribe to facts, that's what they do. They don't just sit around and you say things that make you feel better, like, oh, I'm going to call on Archangel Michael or Jesus in the name, out of habit. Like, it's real in the field. Those energies are present. And I'm not some Jesus freak holy roller. But when people say God has risen, or when Nipsey said God will rise, that's the same thing as NASA and modern technology saying that artificial intelligence is going to amplify. Or someone like me saying super intelligence. Because sometimes I feel that they hide super intelligent consciousness in artificial intelligence. Um, in this age of Aquarius. So there's that. Okay, so what came out next before I just get all into it, honey? Because, baby, I'm into it. How many? We just 24 minutes. Okay. I wanted to do 30 minutes because I did an hour for the last one. Y'all have to tell me what y'all want. So then we got 44. So you got 77, 77, and 44. Now, 77 sometimes could be, I like sevens. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a 7 year for me, right? Based on my birth numerology, because it is literally a 7. So it's my year per se. Um, a lot of you, because Pisces, keys, and the number 7 is significant. But I want to give my true what I feel about the 77, and I want it to be fair. So that's why I'm telling you, I love 7. It's beautiful. I got 11 and 7 in my numbers. So it's no shade. But sometimes when I see 77, in the situations that I can recall, the unnecessary shit be on both sides. It'd be kind of tricky. To where it's like a watch with gears, and it's like those gears got to switch right, or it's a bust. And is that how gambling work? Like, if you met somebody new, right? And you wasn't all the way healed as you thought. So when they did something that even remotely close to something you've experienced and it triggers you, if you react like this, that's what needs to be let go of. If we react like this with that little trigger, and then we just, separate ourselves, have outbursts, or just say, I can do this, I'm gonna do this alone, right? I'm gonna just stand independently. I ain't fucking with it, right? Sometimes that person did something for real, like in that 7 of Swords with that Knight of Cups, that Casanova type energy. But then sometimes our inability to see the future and inability to control, and the first sign where patience is required or something that don't make sense to us, if we get into that Queen of Swords, that Queen of Cups was like, chill. So that's the 7 to 7 I'm kind of feeling, not gonna lie. It's a test and a tricky situation that could be favorable. But the crazy part is, as we talked about soul ties, soulmates, connections, and not no holy twin flame, just somebody that you maybe have a connection with or made some sort of deal with on the other side. And I ain't talking about making no deal with the devil just because the devil's sitting right there. They could be just a fucking Capricorn, or a very disciplined person, or a very materialistic person, or maybe they drink a lot of syrup. I don't know. It's a whole lot of cough syrup. A lover is here, and the past is here, and the too much, way too much. Now, I'm telling you that there could be a good shot, but something happened and somebody say, you do too much. And that could go either way. You could tell them they do too much, like you do too much. Or they could tell you in an explosive situation or overly independent situation, you doing too much, right? Because it is, where it talks about rejection, abandonment issues, what made us like that. Now the person acting up, that's being a mystery, could also have these issues. They could be, they could not have the most experience in consistency, so they don't know how to not be mysterious. They don't know probably how to have a 50-year marriage. They don't know this little bitty thing they do unintentionally is going to piss you off. They don't know that. And it's probably going to trigger a soft spot, right? So it's like if we had healed those soft spots, we could communicate and talk through it, or just walk away from it without making it worse than it has to be, so that it doesn't shift our energy. Because if we feed into it and go off, now our energy shifted. Now whatever little negative energies that are looking to suck on sadness and anger and grief, they about to find you. right? And you was minding your business. So the spirit here, the masters here, are reminding us that your health is your wealth. And some things where instability was a problem, and for some of you, even down to mother issues. And so when I said Pisces, there's some level of protection here because if y'all know, the hangman is hanging from the earth in the real teachings. I know y'all don't care about it on YouTube, and it's like, but I love to tell y'all about those kind of things when they come up in your reading. It's a story behind them. It's a story behind the Empress and the Emperor, where like Adam and Eve is the same person. They just showed two different aspects of a person, just like your brain has two sides to it. And I'm sure long ago mammals didn't have that division. But I don't want to get cussed out by all the religious people. So anyway, look into it. Or I may do some videos talking about it where the emperor dressed as or pretended to be his soulmate, which was the empress. It's crazy. I forgot what it's called. But it's a thing. So anyway, the hesitant is in the change. The procrastination is in the change to do something, because why with the emperor, right? This very confident person, because who would even do something like that? Because in the day and age that we live, your sexuality would be questioned. You was like, I'm finna shapeshift into the other part of me, but it just is based on your perspective, because I think it had more something to do with his approach, maybe to life or to a situation, where the emperor usually dictates and delegates, and the empress is the one that kind of like gets things in order. The emperor is literally order itself, the masculine aspect of the discipline. But the empress, and like the Queen of Pentacles, they make the arrangements, and you know, the emperor may be the CEO, but the empress picked out all of the furniture in the lobby, right? The stationery for the business, the things that kind of like work best for the consumers and the employees. The emperor is kind of like his idea, you know, his brand, his game plan. Okay, you can do that, but you need all of these little bitty things. And I think some of us may be stuck on those little bitty things because we don't want to deal with actual responsibilities and shit. And that sound like Casanova over here. And or the diva who said, I don't want nobody less than the man, or I don't want nobody else's husband. So it all makes sense, child. I'm not gonna hold you. Too much. I do want to talk about that, because we was talking about a whole lot. Like the Four of Pentacles just says that some of you may be experiencing the time a little less tense than in the past. And I don't care if that was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. There's some part of your life that has improved, and you've been doing well with them Four of Pentacles, with your little stingy self. And I'm just playing. But then 5 Pentacles are given, right? So now you have 9. So there was some times we was left out in the cold. There was some beliefs that we had to shift. With the Hierophant, we had to move away from people and just following the teachings they taught us, and maybe we had to go out and learn for ourselves, whatever the case may be. But it was cool, because now that 5 and that 4 is 9. And after that 9, you get to 10, which is another level of completion with the World card. So I'm feeling it, and I love how they're lined up. Because it's like, if I do it like this, that's 3, 3, and 3. Right? And if I do it like this, that's 3 and 3 and 3, or 3 and 3 and 3. And then you have the Emperor. But the Emperor is like, don't want something. So that's what reminded me of the story of the Emperor and the Empress, which I think is, you know how the Masons and stuff used to write in code, or the Da Vinci Code. It don't really mean the man morphed into a lady, but people would say something like that. Like Greek mythology, you really think people was having babies out their leg? I don't know. Okay, because what y'all call a third leg right now, babies come out of his eye. So, peep the metaphor. If you confused, great. I was known for that. but stop me when I'm wrong or I'm not right, because I do be that. So this waiting on the enlightenment, waiting on something. There's Pisces waiting on something. What is Pisces waiting on? Or what is waiting for Pisces? What seed is waiting to be planted and hasn't been planted because of some fears? I felt that. It'll come back out. What is that? Because I know that's in natal charts. I can read that in the natal chart. Those of you that have a huge potential on this planet that is supposed to create something or give birth to something, but there's some procrastination. And if the higher powers are going to come together and give you the physical things you need and or the mental capacity to figure through fears, ADD, ADHD, and all that other shit that metals on this planet, food, and our ancestors could have given us, things that we've inherited with that Four of Pentacles. I was just going to say, kind of giving up on self and becoming a teacher. It's just like, imagine a basketball coach who could have been famous, but he gave up midway. But then he just became a basketball coach and then coached somebody like LeBron who did get famous. So there's something about a teacher or a guide, right? What is this? Somebody don't want to start over, like they scared to jump off the branch. Maybe they have before. They got all excited and celebrated something, and it's like scared to do it again. You probably heard a reading and it went hard and it didn't happen. Or there was a relationship that seemed, and see, that 77 is putting me in the mindset of some of those situations where you try new and it's the same old thing. Who feel like that? Put a 1 in the chat. If you it's some dark nights and some isolation where you try new things and it don't seem like you done broke through the maze. Let's see what we got. The change. Unexpectedly. And for some, it's energetic. It's instability. I want to know if this is good or bad. It's good. Okay, great. And I'm asking that because financial instability with financial embarrassment is not the outcome that I want, but it would be the outcome for some that have a fear of doing something again because last time it didn't work. You will not ever get out of that. I'm sorry. And will begin to lack confidence slowly, lack energy slowly, to where you won't be able to identify yourself after a while. The good news is, because I ask, is this an upside or downside? The upside is some of us are working with the divine to get out of something. Right? I love the Fountain Tarot where the man coming out of the water, grabbing onto that pentacle, and it's a change. It's the butterfly. It's change. And I did see the death card where it talks about a transformation almost instantly and or through this divine thing. I'm going to call it that because people say downloads and stuff like that. It could be energetic. So just stay grounded. You could be going through some things. Okay. There's an unexpected offer. Chill. Okay, for those that mustered through this rejection and jumped off the fence, Pisces, those that take that Mars energy through April and be almost delusional with not giving a fuck about losses and not even thinking about losses, but moving forward with the actual ideas that you're being given. Here it is again, it's a test. You gotta know when to hold on, know when to fall down. Okay, so we'll see. This new thing that you don't want, you don't know this person. This is coming back again. The choice. Stick to integrity. Because again, it's like you're going to get some things. And every time I get hyped up about what you're getting, I'm reminded that it's still a choice. And it involves some level of integrity in your decision making. And it's that going back to that elite shit, seeing yourself as Like high and mighty. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying it like that. So be cool. But it's like I don't know why elitist is here. Right? A little bit. Let me get one over here. Okay. Your judgment and discernment. Okay, leave me alone. This is the elitist. Okay, that was the storyline back then. Thank you, Paige. Okay. Your judgment, your discernment. Letting things in the past be in the past. Some situations that you thought you healed from or graduated from, if they do pop back up, that means you didn't. But you can graduate this time by passing the test. What's being offered up? The Seven of Pentacles. I saw it. What's being given? Oh, I saw the Six of Pentacles. That's crazy. Ooh, I saw the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Okay. So we ain't talking about what's being given. We're talking about transforming. We're talking about your gifts and abilities and your ability to manifest. So whatever comes next is whatever y'all thinking about. They ain't going to tell me. It's like whatever y'all want. But some of us have to transform, transmute, end something, or rebirth ourselves, right? And I didn't see the page this time. I didn't see rebranding. I didn't see remodeling. It's about giving something up, and what you receive is, it looked like help out of the maze. Yeah, you receive something from the in-between. That's something. I ain't got to make it make sense. It's wish fulfillment for some of y'all. The Nine of Cups does talk about something that will make you happy, because maybe I'm sitting over here, they like, just shut up. It's a Nine of Cup type deal. And the Magician is connected to the sevens. Okay, as is the 15 and the 6. So y'all did have the Devil card right here too. You did have the Six of Pentacles here. So very interesting. But there's some sort of transformation or change for sure that's big. And it's going to break down a lie, build up a house. Look at that. It keep happening. Like, that's something. I done said it. I can't make it no personal reading. I be trying to dig and dig. And I'm just supposed to be general and throw out some keywords, child. So let's get us some oracle cards. I saw that. I did see that. You had the Lovers with the Ten of Cup energy. The one with the Magician energy. I can't do this. The Eternal Child, who would have connections to all them things I just said you would. I can't. Every time. I can't even do this. They be like, you said it. You said it. Oh, Fucus, right? The Orphan. The Hierophant came out. The abandonment issues. The Father, who's not the Emperor at all, or the King, because he don't want to take on a responsibility. So he settles for being a mentor. With the Underworld. Star Seeds. Empty Room. Still in the Box. Fuck me. I gotta go. I can't. I was like, we're just gonna take some oracle cards, and you said it. The offering, you gotta give it up. Jesus. All right, that's what that is, y'all. I gotta go on to some new energy, child. I can't beat no dead horse now. So that's what we have, and I hope that it helps.